We started this company with just an idea to now we're live across 50 countries with real customers who are transacting through our platform, with a real team who is actually having over 50 years of experience, with having some of the biggest institutions here in Canada also supporting us. When I started, I was just an only founder and being labeled as like, oh, she's a young woman solo founder. She can't do it and we can't trust her because she doesn't have another person alongside her. I think those were some of the challenges that I had to navigate early on. I think our people are our moat. Our team is our moat. Like every one of us is our moat right now here. We are the people who have been blessed with this opportunity to be entrepreneurs, but also have been blessed to have the skill sets, the right timing, the right opportunities. And so now is the time for us to actually build something really powerful for the world. And I'm so excited to be building that. We're right now in a very different era. We're in a very different time period for Canada. And if you want to be globally competitive, you have to be globally also moving so fast and keep up with your entrepreneurs who are moving fast and create those opportunities. Hello, I'm Gharsa Amin, the CEO of Kavdax. And Kavdax is simplifying cross-border payments for businesses that are sending money internationally and are still using outdated financial systems. As a blockchain engineer, I started working in the digital banking space. I worked across different fintechs in the US, in Canada, and also in Asia. And so I had a very holistic perspective around how fintech systems operate. I also worked with digital banking spaces and saw that there were some bottlenecks that really needed to be solved. I also had some personal challenges that I faced when I was sending money internationally to my close relatives and faced some challenges when they were sick and I couldn't send them money. And so all those challenges were really actually at a time where I was like, well, what am I doing with my life? I want to do something that really fuels me and that fires that energy in me, but I want to give back in a way that like I built something beautiful. I built something that actually transforms the world in ways that we've never seen before. And I have experience in the digital banking space. I also don't think that 9 to 5 is for me. I don't think that I can work in that environment. And I really want to actually create more opportunities for people and for businesses. And so those were the personal challenges alongside the skill sets that actually were working, not having to work in the 9 to 5 spaces, having to have full autonomy over how I wanted my schedule to be looking like, and really changing the landscape for how money moves, for how even women interacts with money, for how our relationship is with the digital banking space. And so I dug deeper and deeper and deeper into this space, and I saw that we were still stuck in the 90s, the way the banking systems have been for the last, God knows, 100 years, and no one have touched it ever. And the banking system is like one of the richest space in the world because of how much this space has been in operations. And so I think those were all the points and data points that I actually thought about, but I was also naively going into it, not knowing how hard it would be. And I was like, okay, let's go, let's build a business, let's become an entrepreneur. And then that hits you hard, where it's like, okay, now it's a real moment and you go in, but I don't regret it ever. I think entrepreneurship is the best thing that has happened to me. My life has never been more fulfilled than it is. In every step of the way, I feel like I'm doing something that is way bigger than me, for the world, for the people around me. And it's all about impact. And I think that's what drives me every time. One challenge, people telling me, you're too young. You are a woman. You are working in a space that's so bureaucratic. You are working in a space that doesn't need change, that won't ever change. People who were in power actually were our competitors. They wouldn't let you be in those rooms. And even being a Canadian and sometimes would put you in spaces where it's like, okay, well, you're right now here, building in here. We are not opening up some doors for you. When I started, I was just an only founder and being labeled as like, oh, she she's a young woman solo founder. She can't do it, and we can't trust her because she doesn't have another person alongside her. I think those were some of the challenges that I had to navigate early on to establish trust, credibility, and also to keep pushing, to show it, to prove it to them that no matter what you say, we're going to build this. If you are in or if you are out, and if you are out and you are still creating barriers for us, we're going to do it 10 times better just to show you how much we can do this. And so every time when people tell me about rejections and how hard it is to get rejected, to be told no, those rejections are actually not stopping me. They actually fuel my fire in ways, okay, let's prove them wrong. Let's do something that would really bring something beautiful to the world. And I think that deeper conviction in who you are and in what you build is just enough for you to build a strong team around you, to build a strong ecosystem around you in a support network. And then everyone else is going to come and cheer up for you. Milestones that I'm really proud of is, we started this company with just an idea to now we're live across 50 countries with real customers who are transacting through our platform, with a real team who is actually having over 50 years of experience, with having some of the biggest institutions here in Canada also supporting us, with all across the world having to have formed these partnerships. And I think it wouldn't have been possible had we not had to continue with that grit and resilience and determination of to keep going, but also to have a strong team. And I think just as a founder, you can't do it in silos. You need to have this support network. And so that's why having events like, for example, Tech Tuesday today is just so empowering for us to be like, well, look, we have so many supporters around us too that are cheering up for us, that are out there wanting us to succeed. And so I think those are the milestones that I'm really proud of, to see that we're bringing a different era when it comes to digital innovation, digital banking, and doing it as women to really transform the future of this industry, in bringing the world together. In that, I think our people are our moat. Our team is our moat. Like every one of us is our moat right now here. We are the people who have been blessed with this opportunity to be entrepreneurs, but also have been blessed to have the skill sets, the right timing, the right opportunities. And so now is the time for us to actually build something really powerful for the world. And I'm so excited to be building that. I think one of the most incredible advantage that I would see as a founder is the incredible community that we have here. Like, we're so well supported by many of the startup ecosystems, where these people, incubators, accelerators, other startup founders are actually going above and beyond to be there for you, to support you, and to help you to navigate all the differences and all the nuances. It's also really challenges you as a founder to be lean, because sometimes access to capital is not really readily available. And so you have to be very lean, which means you have to go through very strong validations with your customers, do hard due diligence, do hard work as a founder, and then really solve these real problems. And so I think there are moments where it's like, as a Canadian, you're being forced as a founder to do that hard digging in deep dives towards your customer problems, into deeper validations, and be able to solve those real problems, because you have to stay lean. You have limited resources, you have to stay lean, and you have an incredible support network too around you. And so those were some of the things that actually established a stronger foundation for us in Canada to be like, okay, well, we're now very well prepared to go and build this, because we have done such a big time work with validations. In terms of disadvantages, I would say, generally, the ecosystem is a little bit risk averse. We are sometimes, like, as entrepreneurs, we're moving so fast. We're moving very fast. We're building things. We're unapologetically ambitious. We're really breaking things, and we're breaking things without apologizing about it, because that's how entrepreneurship should work. And so we want to be moving as fast as possible. And sometimes I think the ecosystem is just a little slow, that it can't keep up with these entrepreneurs. So then you have to keep pushing them to be able to change their minds and to change their perspectives as to, well, this is a new era for us. This is a new era for Canadians to be doing business in the world. And the way we have been doing business in the past has to change too. Is we have to be constantly navigating, changing, and that changing not only just with investors and just angels or VCs, but it's also risk aversion in terms of regulatory landscape, risk aversion in terms of customer adoptions. And so those are the things that as entrepreneurs, but also as an ecosystem, we have to be working towards. And these are the challenges that we as Canadians have to face it and have to solve it. You can't escape from it. And so just turning those opportunities, turning these disadvantages actually into opportunities to be like, well, we have to build something. We're right now in a very different era. We're in a very different time period for Canada. And if you want to be globally competitive, you have to be globally also moving so fast and keep up with your entrepreneurs who are moving fast and create those opportunities. For me, I see, and I'm very optimistic and very excited for what we're building here in Canada and for the global world when it comes to disrupting digital banking. We want to be the global leader when it comes to cross-border payments, international money movements for these complex supply chain, manufacturing, logistics, and so many other sorts of businesses to really transform how banking systems have been working and digitize that, but also to show it to the world that as a Canadian company, we can be really a global company and serve the global markets. That's what I see in the future. And as a woman-led company, I want to expand this company to the entire world, especially starting from several other countries that we are right now working towards, that I won't share publicly right now as to where we're expanding here, but there are incredible opportunities, and we really would like to be able to work closely with our customers to process way more transactions, billions in transaction volumes to be processed, and also more clients to be onboarded to our platform so that we can scale it to massive audiences and solve this pain point of how we move money internationally, how we do trade, but also how we interact with money in general, and how businesses are going global when it comes to navigating trades and all that stuff.